Well, let me come down a little bit. There we go. Good afternoon. Rumbles, Facebooks, and YouTubes. How's everyone's? What are we doing today? Getting ready to work on booger. What are we going to do? We are going to change the coil pack and the spark plugs. So, what does that look like? Hang on and I'll show you. Let me bring you down here. Let me bring you down. All right, so where are we at? We are replacing this box, these wires, and the spark plugs. We will also be changing the air filter, but it ain't in yet. So that's what we're going to do today. So this is called the coil pack and the coils, along with those wires, and we're changing the spark plugs again. Now, come on down. Why are we doing that? Because I got about 166,000 miles on Booger, and she's starting to act like one, right? So we're getting some pretty heavy start delays because you have a push start, and it's taken it a couple of seconds to actually turn the motor over. And then we've also had some delay throttle response. What is that? It's kind of when you're driving down the road and all of a sudden your car just acts like it's running out of gas, right? And then it kind of gurgles and goes blah, 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 blah. Nothing happens, and then it goes back to normal and you can kind of go. A little dangerous when you're doing 80 on the interstate, right? So we've checked everything else. We've done all the things. The air filter that we have, my mechanic does not like because it is a wet air filter. He has told us to switch to a dry and a full synthetic because too much crap is getting slung into, I forget what the part is called that he has to keep cleaning out. What's that called? The main
throttle body.
The main throttle body is getting clogged up with a bunch of stuff because we have so much open air. So the dry synthetic should take care of that. He's just getting the stuff set up for me because I'm getting ready to. Yes, I'm going to do it. What do you mean is he going to do it? No. I'm going to do it. He's going to film it. I'm just filming this part. So, without further ado, I will put on my gloves and we'll get to going. I'm going to hand the camera over. All right, so let me go over a couple of things first. Apparently this part is really super important. Okay, kids, so pay attention to this part if nothing else. This is the coil pack. This matters where you stick these things. If you don't put them back in the right order, well, that's what this is for. Move that up and down. There you go. It's okay. If you don't put these back in the exact order, you'll screw your car up. So what you want to do is kind of get in close. You see this little square. You see this little thing right here? See that? That is that port right there. So now you know the orientation in which this is going to sit. So you see my blue tape. We've marked where things go. We are going from the shortest wire to the longest wire. So we put this down in the same orientation, right? We'll put this right here so you can see. This is the shortest wire, so this is number 1. This is the next shortest wire, so this is number 2. This is the next one. That is number 3. And the longest wire is the one right in the front, and that is number 4. Kids, don't miss that part. What will happen if they do?
It's not good for the motor.
Okay.
It'll screw the timing up.
How about we do this? It'll blow your car up. Don't do it.
It could likely do that.
Yeah, so just make sure you have your orientation correct. So prep work is key. We've already done that. Now, my understanding is there are basically 4 screws that hold this in. You can see where the screws are there.
And so stars.
We're going to, yes they are, and I don't have my glasses on so I can't see, so let me show you. We are going to basically use a ratchet with a really super long extension. Let me move back because I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's really super long.
Tell them what the star
So we can
number
get in there.
is.
We're going to show.
I don't know if you can see it. Tell them it's a
Can
whatever
you see
size.
it?
Well, they can see the star, but
So what number is it?
I don't know. I can't see on there.
It is
You should be able to read it.
a T2.
It's a 25.
A
or something.
T25.
Okay.
So this is a T25, if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that right there. Yeah. T25, okay? Really super long extension because we need to get down in here this way, which this is easy, but these are here in the back, so we got to get back there in the back. So my understanding is, because all he did was kind of go over this with me real quickly, is we're going to unscrew the screws first, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Then hopefully we're going to lift this off. We're still trying to get this off. Haven't gotten it off yet, so we're hoping it's got long enough where I can just take this top off and this will, it'll move with it. We'll see. Am I removing this part of this?
Not yet.
Not yet?
You'll do that.
All right.
You can take the spark plugs off now if you want. I mean, not the spark plugs, the coils.
This?
Just pull those off.
All of them?
Yeah. Just get them out of the way.
In theory, they pull right off. Come on. Okay. Can I pull these off? Or
No, I would leave those on for now.
So we're just kind of...
Just put them out of the way.
There we go.
There you go.
Now we've got clear access. Again, I'm hoping... Well, we'll see. It won't hurt to take the screws off first.
No, you have to take the screws off first. Well, it'd be better to get that wire off, but
That's exactly what I
it's too
was
difficult to pull out, so it's...
Okay. There we go. I don't know that that's going to work. And that's tightening. So we got to go the other way. Lefty loosey.
Just
Yes.
break all four loose first, and then you should be able to do them by hand.
Let's see. It's very dark in there. Where's your headlamp thing?
It's on behind you.
Because I can't see. You set that right there. Where behind me?
On the mirror.
Ah. Thank you. These are handy dandy. If y'all have never seen these before, we'll look goofy for a second. What do you think? Gorgeous? Gorgeous? Thank you in the back, I know. All right, so. Where's the thing? It's on here somewhere. Thank you. Just a little.
Go.
All right, this one's better. It's not quite as tall. We didn't need it to be quite that tall. I don't want to drop it.
You've got a magnetic thing there, so if you need that, put it in the magnetic tray.
Pretty long. There's one. Get on there.
You got to pull up on the black thing.
Okay. Thank you. Thought I had it up. No. All right. 4 screws. Maybe we can see how to get this out now, because there is something we got to pinch. There it is. So you might have to do this because I don't know that my fingers are strong enough. All right, let me get in there. There is something you have to depress to get that thing off, which should be right there in the middle. I don't have the finger strength for it because there is a notch right there on the bottom that holds this. So what did you do with the... Oh, hang on. All right, here you go. We're going to use a pair of needle nose pliers, see if you can pinch that. I just don't have the finger strength for that. Sorry. There we go.
Just push down on that.
Show that.
That thing right there, and that just
releases everything. So there's 3 prongs on the inside. So let me show you the inside of this as well, so you can see this real quick. See the little prongs on the inside? This is upside down. We'll do it this way. There was the notch on the bottom. You can see that right there. So you're going to have to depress that. Don't break those prongs. All right. I will hand it back over.
I would plug it back up and then just seat it back on there.
All right. So that's it. You can see it's all naked in there. Oh, there's a very large dead something in there. What is that? Looks, it's like a bee. Oh, it is. It's a very large bee. Let's get him out of there.
Why don't we get the air? I'm going to pause.
Let me see if I can get down in there. And you guys can see that. See? There's a very large bee in there. So we're going to go ahead and get him out. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, I may have recorded all that. Hopefully I didn't. We got down in there and vacated said bee. So this is where it's going. Those are the back holes. Those are the front holes. We're going to plug that bad boy in first.
Wait a minute. Go.
Plug it in first.
It's actually easier using this.
Is it? Fingers. Yeah, there was no room for that at all. Okay, pretty easy. Just clicked. And then we got to get these bad boys lined up. I'm going to try to get these first because I can see where I'm going.
Just get them all finger started, and then once they're all 4 in, you can tighten them down a little bit.
I'm going to do the back one first because it's the hardest. Okay, that feels like that's going in. It is. this way. Feels like that's going in.
Did you not finger tighten them so they were going in?
I can't tell
You can't tell.
if they're finger tight or not, but they were going in, so we're good. I gotta do this part anyway. I can't just
No, but I'm
tighten
saying
the whole
what
thing
you're
down. I mean,
saying.
it felt like they were in there.
Okay, well, you'll make sure they're
And they
threading in
are.
by hand smoothly before you go at them with the wrench or the socket.
They felt like they were.
Okay, well
They
then you
felt
should
like
be
they
good.
were in the hole. So we're gonna go a bit now. I'm not gonna tighten them, but we're gonna go down a bit.
You should go
And
until they
then-
stop.
We'll tighten everything down. Be careful with these star holes. They're really super easy to strip. So make sure that you're in there correctly. What are you shooing about?
That socket's going all over the place. If it's in there, it shouldn't be moving.
Well, it is in the hole.
Okay.
And I'm holding it here at the bottom so that it's straight. So trust me, it is. Doesn't matter what this looks like. This is down in the hole.
Because they're connected.
This is all the way in the hole and isn't moving. And I know this because I can physically see it.
Well, I'm watching the wrench, but anyways, go ahead.
Well, I'm watching the screw.
The wrench is
And this is in the screw hole and it's not moving.
okay.
Y'all know why I film by myself? That's why. We're a great team as long as only one of us is doing the work. Okay, that's tight. Back into that one.
And how tight are these supposed to be?
Are there torque specs on it?
No.
Well, then it should be tight and a half a turn is what I would say.
No. Finger tight and then an eighth.
That's probably the same definition.
Just a little turn after it stops, it gets in there. Then just a
That's
little.
what he said. That's tight. Got this one. Okay, so that's stopped, so we're gonna go, oh, that's tight. That's tight. 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 That should be good. Do you want to check my work?
Yes.
Okay, I got clearance. Were they all good? He said yes, they were all good. All right, now, are these new?
No, those are the old.
So
those are the old.
do we
plugs.
have new ones that go on there, or am I replugging the old ones? Is it in this box?
What's it say?
Motorcraft. Plug wires set. All right, so it's the whole thing. Oh, and looky here. They appear to be numbered. Now, I don't know if this is correct. It is. They've
Is
numbered
the short one 1 or is the
No,
short one
the-
4?
The short one is 4.
Okay, so they go the opposite
So
direction.
now mine are not like that. Let me show you guys this. They've went backwards. Okay, this is the long one. You see the number 1? This is the next long one. See the number 2? That's the next long one. See the number 3? And then the shortest one, I don't know if you can see a 4 on there, but there's 4 on there. Or actually there's no, there it is. There's 4. See? We numbered them backwards. for us,
That's
but
just
it doesn't
the firing.
matter.
That's the firing order. But that's why I was saying I don't know which way they go, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We got it correct. Now, I would think a smart person would put this end on first before taking off that.
No, it won't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Smart person would change the spark plugs first before hooking up the new wires.
Since I'm not a smart person, I'm assuming these just pull off?
Yes.
So I can just pull them straight off.
Yes. Now they'll probably be kind of tough, but they'll just kind of pop off with suction.
Wow. Wow. Maybe. I get my hands in there. No, you might have to do this part. I may not be able to get this off. Yep, nope. I needed man hands. They pull off. And I broke a nail.
Better get this stuff out of the way. Evidently, I'm going to be slinging them everywhere.
Alrighty. That's the old one. And there's the spark plugs. I've actually never seen the inside of where spark plugs are, so in case you don't know,
This won't work.
there you go. That's what it looks awful clean down there, which isn't a bad thing, right? Pause, P-A-W-S. Oh,
Go.
put the flashlight on.
I don't know what the flashlight is.
Yep. The thing is on. Hi.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were videoing.
No, you're fine. You can be in the video. You're allowed. You're allowed. All right. So we're gonna remove the spark plugs. He cheated, and he loosened them just to make sure that I didn't break them, because he doesn't trust me, which is okay. This is my first time changing spark plugs.
You shouldn't have told them. You should have just said, okay, just take it easy.
No,
blah, blah,
it's
blah,
fine,
blah.
because that's not what I do, and they know that's not what I do. It's fine. I've never changed spark plugs before. How long does it take to get these out? Like,
Just keep going.
okay.
You should be able to feel them kind of get loose, like they're wobbling around, and then just lift them out. They should stay in the
It
socket.
feels pretty wobbly.
Well, lift it out and see if it's in, if the plug's in the socket.
Nope.
There's more than a little screw.
Okay. Y'all can hear Henry back there? Okay, now it felt all loosey-goosey. Nope, still not in there. I mean, it feels like it's just... Should it be in the socket? Because it's not. But it feels like it's all just... Yeah. Why didn't that pull it up?
Maybe you didn't have it on the... You gotta have it on the hex all the way.
Well, I mean, it felt like it was. I mean, that's down all the way. Yeah? Why isn't it grabbing it out?
Because it's not on all the way. Okay, now it's out. Now this one, I don't have a lot of times the sockets will have a foam thing on it that'll hold the spark plug.
So that isn't gonna, it's not gonna pull it out then, right?
Well, it could, but it may not because it doesn't have the foam.
But I can grab it with the pliers.
Yeah, once it's
fine.
Not hooked to anything. That wasn't even close to being out.
Thanks.
You know, once you get it to where it's really loose, it's actually quicker to unhook the ratchet and just use your fingers to twist it around. See right there, take the ratchet off, just use your fingers. You have better feel, and it's, well, put the ratchet down, use both hands, like I did. And
do like what? What'd you say?
Like that, right there.
See, that feels like that's not really turning anything. Nope. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Nope, can't grab it.
Okay, it's not out. No.
Okay, so I've put 3 in because you guys don't want to watch this. We also found our ratchet that holds these in, so that makes it easier. Just slide it down in there, which I guess that's in there. Yep. Yeah, there we go. All right. We're going to put some anti-seize on this. This is what we use.
This is the way we do it.
Okay.
Like Eldest Build says, maybe, you know, blah, 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 blah.
But let's not find out. We're going to put just a little bit. So I'm going to try to clear this off some, because that's just a crazy amount. So we're just going to do like a little and a little, maybe down a little, up a little.
That's plenty.
That should be plenty. This is better than the tube. Usually we use the stuff in the tube, and that is definitely less messy. All right, so this will hold it. See? I don't trust anything, so I put my hand down in there. We're just going to slide it down in the hole. It should drop in, and there it did. And I'm going to tighten it by hand.
And why are you tightening it by hand?
Because I can't cross thread it by hand.
Well, yeah, because you're trying to make sure that it's not going to cross thread.
Yeah.
Cross thread, very expensive fix.
Yes. And then he said just tighten it until there's resistance, and then this thing should just come off. And the spark plug will stay in. Again, this is my first time, so...
You want to tighten it to where you almost can't tighten it by hand.
So that, I can't really do anything with it now. So I just pull off, and looky there. It's all gone. All right, so now I'm assuming we have to tighten it all the way.
Yeah.
Which is, now that it's, is it the same as what I did before? Is it's just a little tight?
Just tighten it till it stops, and no gorilla. Just, you know, gently tighten it till it won't turn anymore.
Okay, it's on there all the way. Okay, that's right there.
Then give it just a hair
No,
more.
that was the hair.
Okay.
That was the hair. Because it stopped, and then I went, just a little. On there? Yeah.
Spark plugs do not need
this is where it stopped. No, now it stopped. That's stop. So that would be the tight. Right?
I would go just till it won't, to that little bit, and then just, I mean, we're talking a millimeter.
Which is what I did. Back over the top.
But as long as they're in there, they don't need to be gorilla tight or whatever. That's what half the problems. That's why you have so many garages being able to fix, you know, well, we got to drill this out, rethread it, and blah, 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 charge them an arm and a leg. The spark plugs don't need to be in there like that. They just need to be hand tightened.
There we go. Okay, those are all tight. All right, so those are all in. Now, let's see if I'm right. You put those things on?
Well, you put the new ones. Yeah, those are the new ones.
Those are new ones. So we install those. Which,
I would plug those in there first.
On the spark plugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So the long, I guess it doesn't
longest
matter.
One
goes there, and this just shoves down in there, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you'll feel it click. I mean.
Oh, okay. Yep. And then the next longest one, which is going to be that one, I'm assuming. Okay. And then the next longest one. So what's all this in here?
Those are
What
take
is that?
the place of the distributor cap. That's just
What's the
those are
green
coils.
stuff? What's the green stuff on the inside? See that?
It's just electrical
Goop.
you know, like you put on the battery cables. It just helps.
Okay.
It helps keep them from.
Well, I didn't know there was anything in there, so I was asking because I didn't know. Okay. I'm just making sure I got them all down. Okay, and I do. All right, so one is right here.
Shortest one
Is this one.
That's the longest.
That's the longest one. So there's my shortest one. Get that out of the way. That should be number 4, which it is. So 1. That one's number 2. That's the next shortest one, which is number 2.
That's number 3.
That's number 3. Why did that pop back up?
Because you didn't put them on there all the way.
Okay. You gotta do it pretty hard. And then number 4. Did these snap too?
Kind of. I mean, they're not going to snap the same way those do, but
I'll let you check those, but I mean that. All right, I have absolutely no idea what we've missed.
camera's getting.
Put those basically back on in the order in which they were supposed to be. So that went back on, which was on top of the spark plugs. These went back on over the holes. There's no gaps anywhere. We confirmed our numbers everywhere. Everything is where it's supposed to be. I'm assuming that's all I'm doing for today.
Start it up and see if it starts.
Well,
Or if it blows up. See if it starts any better. And then just give it a little throttle. All right, and then let it run for a couple of minutes because the computer will probably have to update.
all right. You guys heard the delayed start, which is part of the problem we're hoping this fixes. Mechanic says there's nothing wrong with the starter, so we'll see. Went down off of its idle. We'll let it go for a few minutes, turn it off, we'll start it again. We didn't blow it up, so hopefully that was a success. I won't know about the throttle delay until I actually start driving it, so we'll kind of see. But we'll come back, I don't know, it'll be just a few minutes for you guys, and we'll give the final for that. And when the air filter comes in, we'll throw that in on something else because that's probably going to take me all of 5 minutes to replace. So, all right, we'll be back in a couple.